What if one of the most powerful men in music has been hiding more than just lyrics? What happens when DNA, silence, and billion-dollar secrets collide? Is Jay-Z's carefully curated legacy about to unravel? Stick around till the end, because what started as whispers is turning into a storm that could shake the Carter empire to its core. Buckle all the way up, because this ride's got more twists than a telenovela on double speed. Picture this. Jay-Z. Yes, that Jay-Z, hip-hop royalty, Mr. Billionaire Empire Builder, has allegedly found himself smack in the middle of another paternity plot thicker than Beyoncé's Grammy shelf. And no, we're not just rehashing the whole Rhymir Satterthwaite saga. Enter a new contender, stage left, and she is not here to play coy. This woman, known online as LA, didn't tiptoe into the conversation. She stomped in with a megaphone and a folder full of receipts. According to her, not only is Jay-Z her biological dad, but it was basically the worst-kept secret in her entire hometown. Apparently, everyone from her grandma to the guy bagging groceries was in on it. Just imagine living your life as the unofficial daughter of rap royalty while everyone around you just knew. That's not tea. That's a boiling kettle. Raised in Maryland, LA says she grew up being told the truth, kept quiet like a good secret should, but eventually hit her breaking point. Watching Jay-Z live his best curated life, complete with art galleries and family man optics, while she carried the emotional baggage of being the unclaimed daughter of a mogul? Yeah, that'll make anyone crack. So what did she do? Oh, just casually dropped the entire backstory on Instagram like it was a Sunday sermon. From her mother's battle with multiple sclerosis to LA raising 4 kids, including twins, while grinding through jobs and school, she painted a picture that's part heartbreak, part mic drop. And through it all, the looming shadow of a father who's a household name, but not in hers. Oh, you thought the drama had peaked? Sweetheart, we're just hitting the intermission. According to LA, the cherry on top of her personal soap opera came in the form of an ancestry DNA test, one of those spit-in-a-tube kits that turned into a biological mic drop. The result? A match so strong it practically came with fireworks, 99% accuracy, she claims. And just like that, LA decided she'd had enough of being the family footnote in someone else's dynasty. But it doesn't stop there. She says her mother didn't sit on her hands either. She tried to reach out to Jay-Z to get some kind of support. Instead, what did they get? Lawyers who allegedly laughed in their faces, like this was some kind of episode of Maury, Billionaire Edition. LA says her story was brushed off simply because of who her father allegedly is. Because when your dad is Jay-Z, not just a rapper, but a global mogul with a Scrooge McDuck money vault, the rules apparently stop applying. You don't just fight for acknowledgement, you fight a billion-dollar brand. And oh baby, it gets even juicier. People from her hometown are now crawling out of the woodwork with tales and tea. One woman claims she personally introduced LA's mother to Jay-Z back in his pre-Empire Brooklyn days. You know, back when he was drinking, smoking, slapping down cards, and doing, well, extracurriculars. When they tried to notify Rockefeller Records about the baby, they were met with the most dismissive line in celebrity paternity history. You know how many women say Jay-Z is their baby daddy? Classic. So let's do a quick recap, shall we? 1 alleged son, 1 alleged daughter. Both telling stories that just won't fade. And then there's Beyoncé, Queen Bey herself, who, if the whispers are accurate, might be over it. She's been weathering the Rhymir storm for years. Allegations of intimidation, court filings disappearing into thin air, and a press so quiet you'd think it signed an NDA. She smiled for the cameras, played the perfect partner, but behind closed doors, word is, the queen is tired of cleaning up the king's mess. And just like that, the family empire's carefully polished surface starts to crack. Pass the popcorn. And honestly, who could blame her? Beyoncé's been riding shotgun on this emotional roller coaster for years now, and at this point, she's probably wishing she had taken the damn bus. Let's talk facts. Jay-Z has been dodging a court-ordered DNA test in Rhymir's case for 15 years. 15. As in, a full driver's license, high school diploma, and halfway to a mortgage. The man's been bobbing and weaving through the legal system like it's the final round of a heavyweight match. And yet, the judge still wants that sample. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Meanwhile, Rhymir and his guardian, Dr. Lily, have practically made a second career out of chasing the truth. Their story? One long parade of legal U-turns, claims of corruption, lawyers allegedly flipping sides like pancakes, intimidation, procedural sabotage, you name it. And through it all, Jay-Z's legal team has been out here painting them as fame-hungry opportunists. But here's the kicker. Rhymir says he doesn't want a dime. He just wants the truth. A name. A yes or no to the question that's haunted him since childhood. Is this man my father? If this were just a messy family squabble, it'd be tragic enough. But throw in a celebrity worth over $1 billion, a brand built on Black excellence, family first, and empowerment. Suddenly, it reeks of hypocrisy. Because how do you write lyrics about legacy and responsibility while allegedly ducking your own bloodline for a decade and a half? Oh, and don't think Jay-Z stayed silent through all this. No, sir, he responded, just not by taking the DNA test like a normal, emotionally functional human being. Instead, his team pulled the classic power move. Accuse Rhymir of harassment, dismiss the whole thing as obsessive fantasy. But let's be real. If it were really that baseless, why does a judge still want a swab? And now, LA's thrown gasoline on this legal dumpster fire. Rumor has it that Jay-Z, in a dazzling act of nothing to see here, allegedly bought her a $1.7 million home. Oh, and in exchange, she signed an NDA, because nothing says I'm innocent, like dropping nearly $2 million on silence. That's not assistance, that's corporate-level damage control. So here we are, squinting at this PR jigsaw puzzle, wondering, has Jay-Z finally reached his crisis tipping point? Is Queen Bey, fed up and fabulous, drawing a line in the sand that even his billions can't blur? Is she saying me or the mess? Whatever's happening behind those velvet ropes, one thing is certain. The truth? It's like mold in a mansion. You can scrub, seal, and bury it under designer rugs, but eventually it seeps out. And at this point, we're not just watching a scandal, we're watching a legacy creak under the weight of its own secrets. This isn't just tabloid fodder anymore. This is the soul of power, legacy, and truth cracking wide open under the weight of silence that's lasted too long. The court isn't just politely requesting Jay-Z take a DNA test as a formality, it's demanding it. According to newly filed documents, the judge has made it mandatory. And not just the swab. The court wants everything. Records, call logs, emails, receipts stretching back years, the kind that could validate what Rhymir has claimed all along, and what Louisiana may now be adding to the pile. Even more chilling? That same friend hinted there may be others. More women, more stories, more shadows cast by the man behind the empire. And while the music industry can forgive a lot, cheating, scandal, even crime, what it's less willing to overlook these days is patterned silence. And the public? They're not as easy to gaslight as they used to be. Then there's Beyoncé, the master of image, the queen of clean lines and flawless optics. Word is, she's done playing the good wife off stage. Sources say she warned Jay-Z after the last scandal. Never again. Don't let another woman come forward. And yet, here we are. Rumors of a quiet separation are circling. Not divorce, not yet, but distance. For her, for the kids, for whatever remains of a legacy she spent years helping to protect. Sources say she won't even go near the Maryland house Jay-Z allegedly bought LA. I don't want to see it. I don't want to acknowledge it exists, she reportedly told him. And you know what? That silence says everything. Because for all the lawyers, all the denials, all the lyrical genius in the world, truth doesn't need a hook. It just needs time.